Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be reviewing the 2023 facelifted Nissan Altima. So behind me is the SR with the 2.5 naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine, and this one is the front wheel drive. So let me go ahead and show you all the features this SR trim has. Under the hood there is a 2.5 naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine. It is connected to a CVT transmission. This engine produces 188 horsepower and 180 pound-feet of torque, and the fuel economy numbers are 27 in the city, 37 highway, and 31 combined. Here is a MSRP sticker of this 2023 Nissan Altima. If you guys are interested in the standard features it has, just go ahead and pause the video. And the price with destination and a few accessories and options is $30,375. If you guys are curious about the color is called Sky Gray, and it does look very good, and I think it does stand out. I think this is actually my favorite color on the Altima now. Anyways guys, there is 6 trims you could choose from. There is the S, SV, SR, SR Midnight, SL, and Platinum. Platinum is the highest trim. S is the lowest trim. And this SR starts at $28,000. It is the front wheel drive, and it does have the 2.5 naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine. You could get it in a 2.0 turbocharged 4-cylinder. Anyways, coming to the front, I love this facelift. I think Nissan did a great job with the facelift on the Altima. It does look the same, but the things they did just makes it look very, very good. I love the SR badge, finished in orange, gloss black grille. Nissan logo looks good. It does have a sensor in it, or basically it has a sensor built in it for the emergency braking. And for the headlights, they are the same, but they are tweaked a little bit. I love the daytime running light and the turn signal indicators. Everything right here in the front is LED, and I really like that, and that should be expected for a $28,000 or $30,000 with destination and few accessories. In the bottom there's a fake vent. It is finished in gloss black and flat black. And yeah, overall this thing looks nice and sharp, and I think Nissan did a great job with the facelift. I love the lines on the hood, and I really like this blacked out chrome underneath the headlights. And overall this Altima looks nice and sporty, and overall I really like the way how it looks. But let's go ahead and move to the side, and I'll show you the side view of this SR Altima. Here is a side view of this Nissan Altima, and honestly it does look very good, nice and sporty. And with this facelift, the Altima SR received new rims, so the rims do look good. They're finished in gloss black and brushed aluminum, and the size is 235/40/19. I really love those rims, and I love the fact that SR is written in those rims or stamped on the rims. Definitely a nice touch. The top portion of the window trims is finished in flat black, and the bottom is finished in chrome. I really like this in the back. Nissan been doing that for a while, the floating roof design, and I personally think it does fit this Altima very, very good. I love the sharp lines right here on the side. So there is basically this nice sharp line that extends, that goes from the front, from the fender, all the way back to the tail light. It is right on top of the door handles. By the way, this Altima has blind spot monitoring system. It does not have a turn signal indicators on the mirrors, but the mirror caps are finished in gloss black. I really wish that Nissan just gave us turn signal indicators on this SR trim. But let's go ahead and move to the back, and I'll show you the back of this Altima SR. Here's the back of this Altima, and the back looks nice and sporty, just like the front and the side. And probably from this angle you guys could see the nice sharp lines. This color just looks amazing, Sky Gray. I really, really like it. But something that I really hate about the back of this Altima is the fact that the tail lights are all halogen, so there is nothing LED back here. And for almost $30,000, I think Nissan just should have made the tail lights LED. Design looks good. I love the blacked out surrounding, or the smoked look. So definitely good looking tail lights, but I just hate the fact that everything is halogen. Altima badge is nice and big, finished in matte gray or matte silver. And here is the Nissan logo. It is the updated one, of course. And SR is all the way to the right, finished in orange. And does have this chrome protection, bumper protection. This is part of an option There's rear parking sensors, and I think the S trim, which is the base trim, has rear parking sensors too. The bottom portion of the bumper is finished in gloss black. Definitely looks good. Dual exhausts, tips back here finished in chrome. I really love the way how the reflectors look like, and there is this honeycomb trim in the back, finished in flat black. So definitely this Altima looks nice from the back. Here is a key of this 2023 Nissan Altima. So the key is the same. Nissan been using this key for a really long time, and I really wish they change it. But anyways guys, it does have 5 binds on it: remote start, lock, unlock, trunk release, and a panic bind. And there is a physical key inside of this key, and it does have the updated Nissan logo up top. Let's go ahead and open the trunk. Trunk opens barely, and then you've got to do the rest of the work. It is nice and light, very easy to open, and inside there is a very good amount of space, and that's expected in the segment. So the Honda Accord, the Camry, they all have the same, or almost the same trunk space. So nice and big, nice and wide. The opening is nice and big, and in the bottom there is the jack and the jack tools and the spare tire. Let me go ahead and show you the spare tire. And yeah, overall there is a very good amount of trunk space. By the way, you could drop the seats down, so there is those handles on the left and right to drop the seats down, and there is a halogen light, as you guys see, and I believe this hook is part of an option. If I'm not mistaken, I'll double check to see if this is part of an option. But yeah, the space of the trunk is nice and spacious. Here is a front door panel, and the front door panel looks good, and I'm glad that mostly everything on this door panel is nice and soft. So this top portion right here is nice and soft. I love this brushed aluminum trim. Door handle feels nice and solid. This whole thing right here, this and that, is soft, so this is very, very soft. I love the double orange stitching, and the armrest is extremely soft. More of that double orange stitching. This is finished in gloss black. The driver window is automatic up and down. I really wish that the passenger was automatic up and down as well. Mirror controls, door locks, everything looks good. Has a really nice feel to it. Nothing crazy, nothing premium, but definitely feels and looks good. This is plastic. Plastic feels nice and good. It doesn't feel extremely cheap. And in the bottom there is a good amount of storage place. Here is a speaker, and the blind spot monitoring system, by the way, is located right here. And for the seats, they are very nice and comfortable. I did drive this Altima for about 20 minutes and I was very comfortable. Those seats are a combination of leather and cloth. I love the orange stitching. They're powered, but there is no lumbar support. I really wish there was. And this cloth is nice and grippy, and I love the design right here in the middle. And let's go ahead and move inside this Altima, and I'll show you how it looks like from the inside. Alright, so here is the interior of this 2023 facelifted Nissan Altima. From the inside, it does look the same as the 2022, but most of the changes were done outside with this facelift. I love the way how the steering wheel looks like. I did drive this Altima, so if you guys are interested in the POV test drive of this Altima SR, make sure to check it out on my channel. I love the flat bottom steering wheel design, brushed aluminum, some flat black and the gloss black. And yeah, overall, I think the steering wheel looks good, wrapped in leather. I really wish it was a little bit thicker, but I think it's good size, and I really like the orange stitching. Right here on the left, there is a few controls to control that 7-inch screen. So you could go left and right, up and down, depending on the menu. And volume controls, back, seat buttons, okay in the middle. And on the right, there is the cruise control, voice command, and phone controls. And this Altima does not have adaptive cruise control and does not have steering assist. Paddle shifters, they feel nice and solid, even though This Altima has CVT transmission, but I'm glad that Nissan gives us the option to use or to downshift and upshift. Behind the steering wheel there is the headlight controls with the turn signal controls, and on the right is the wiper controls. Gauges look very good. I love the design and the font. Everything is nice and easy to read and understand. 7-inch screen in the middle, as I said. I love the brushed aluminum touches, and right here there is this nice trim right on top of the vents. Vents look good. That's how you block the air. I love the fact that there is some drawing right here up top, so definitely a nice touch from Nissan. And there is some brushed aluminum on this controller, or this vent opener and closer, and trunk release, brightness control, and trip reset. And here is a screen. It is a 8-inch screen. Does have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. I'm not a big fan of Nissan screens, so there is a good amount of glare, as you guys see, and most of the time they are dim, especially when you put the car in reverse. It is very dim. You can't adjust the brightness. You could adjust the brightness, but slightly. I really wish that it was a little bit brighter. Backup camera resolution is alright. Let me actually go ahead and show you that again. Not my favorite, but it's not too bad. This screen has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, not wireless. They are wired, but when you put it in Apple CarPlay, it is nice and bright. There is a volume knob and a tune knob, some shortcuts underneath the screen, and vents look right. More of that trim, and climate controls are very easy to use. They are 1-zone climate control, temperature, fan speed, and the modes, AC and front and rear. And I really wish that this Altima had dual climate control for $28,000 or $30,000 with destination and few options and accessories. I really wish that Nissan just gave us dual climate control. And in the bottom there is a good amount of storage place. I really wish it was a little bit deeper. There is one USB Type-C, USB Type-A, aux, and a 12-volt. And here is the shifter that will control the CVT transmission. This button right here is the sport mode. So when you put the car in drive, if you click this button, it will display a small S next to the T. And there is the engine start stop. I love the location of it. By the way, this whole thing right here is wrapped in leather, very soft, so there's some padding right here so you could rest your knee. And I really like the orange stitching. Here is the shifter that will control the CVT transmission. It does have a low gear, and I love the stitching. It is wrapped in leather. 2 cup holders, nice and big. And by the way, there is some gloss black right here. Not a big fan of it. It does collect a good amount of dust. A little bit hard to see over the camera, but it will collect a good amount of dust. So I'm not a big fan of companies when they put gloss black right here on this center console. Small storage place. Yeah, you could put probably your key or some coins. And the armrest is nice and big, nice and wide, wrapped in leather. It is soft. I love the stitching. Inside there is a very good amount of space, and this Altima has the ambient light option. I think it is a $500 option if I'm not mistaken. To turn it on, it's basically this button right here. And I love the brushed aluminum. Glove box is nice and big. And up here, the rear view mirror is nice and big. It's not frameless, which is completely fine. Bezels are nice and thin. And up here, there is a glasses holder, nice and big. There's some halogen lights, which I expected. And the visor is nice and solid, soft. Inside there is good sized mirror with a halogen light. For the back door panel, does have the same design as the front, but this top portion right here is finished in plastic, which is fine. A lot of companies cheap out and they put plastic in the back. This is nice and solid. It is finished in brushed aluminum, and this is very, very soft. The armrest is soft. I love the stitching. I really wish there was some stitching right here on this. Gloss black. Here is on the switch. Speaker. A little bit of storage place in the bottom, and this is plastic, which is completely fine. And for the back seats, nice and spacious, a ton of leg room, and the headroom is very, very good. And This is wrapped in leather. This is cloth, so just like the front, the side is finished in leather. I love the stitching. There's more stitching up here, which is nice. And there is an armrest back here. Let me see if I could actually remove this. I'll show you the armrest. The armrest feels nice and solid when opening and closing. And this is extremely soft, wrapped in leather. 2 cup holders, nice and big. There is a pocket behind the passenger seat, but on the driver there is no pocket. I'm not exactly sure why companies do that. I did notice that with Honda. Nissan is doing the same thing too. And in the bottom there is 1 USB type A, 1 USB type C, so I'm glad that there is USBs back here. And that's how the front of this Altima looks like. I hope you guys enjoyed this review of this 2023 Nissan Altima SR. If you guys are interested in this Altima, make sure to come and see JC here at Napoli Nissan in Milford. And if you guys are interested in seeing more videos like this, please like and subscribe because it does help a lot. And as always, I'll see you next time.